this afternoon, the Gallagher Convention Centre in Midrand will host the 6th Extraordinary South African Series. The event showcases outstanding South Africans who show leadership here at home and on the global stage. The guest speaker for this event is going to be none other than Advocate Thuli Madonsela, who we're fortunate enough to have her joining us this morning before her flight back to Joburg for this. She's in our Polokwane studio. And here in Johannesburg, we're joined by Andile Ncontsha. He is the CEO of Litha Communications, which, of course, organises this event. Good to have you. Welcome, Andile.
Good to have us.
Thanks
thank
for
you
being
very
with
much,
us.
Leah.
Absolute pleasure. And Advocate, thank you for taking the time. I know you've got a busy schedule this morning. Thank you very much for talking to us this morning.
Well, it's me who's grateful for this opportunity. Good morning to listeners, or viewers, and good morning to Andile.
Excellent. Thank you. All right. Advocate, before I ask you what it feels like to be the individual who has been chosen this year, let's ask Andile to take us back over this journey. This is the 6th series, and I do remember very specifically last year interviewing Professor Tim Noakes before he was the gentleman that had that honour bestowed on him. Take us back to the beginning of this.
Well, the beginning of it, Eliane, is actually quite incredible that today is the announcement of the Sports Award. That was the catalyst, actually, of the Extraordinary South African Series, where in 1 week, I think all the South African teams lost, and we had all South Africans in all forms of life walking around as if someone beat up their monkey, in essence. And we thought, how do we really lift the spirits of South Africans? How do we remind ourselves of our greatness? And that's really how the series was actually conceived.
Yeah.
We've had Wendilo Habe, we've had Professor Tim Noakes, we've had Brian Molefe, Elias Masilela, and others. And today we have Advocate Madonsela.
All right, so I love the way you put that. It's what? That feels like South African, somebody had beaten their monkey.
Absolutely.
Okay. Advocate, you got a big responsibility. Imagine a nation whose monkeys had been beaten, and you got to make us feel happy. No, jokes aside. What's it like for you? I mean, you've had so many wonderful honours bestowed on you recently, whether it be awards and accolades and just what people have to say. But at the end of the day, there's more to it. There's a bigger picture, and being chosen as the extraordinary South African that we need to look up to, it must come with big responsibilities for you as well.
It is a huge responsibility and a huge honor. My team and I, we do our job like somebody throws a pebble into the sea, and the ripple effects are far more than what we expect. And we are grateful to the organizers of this event and to fellow South Africans as a whole for recognizing our work and I would say rewarding us beyond our own efforts.
Yeah, which is important, and it just shows the South African faith.
Absolutely.
in the institutions that are put in place to protect us, like, for instance,
Absolutely.
the public protector. How do you go about, Andile, choosing who the extraordinary South African is?
Leanne, we have a criteria. The criteria really is 3 parts. The first one is that individuals must be transformational in their nature, beyond their work and beyond their field of work across the board. Secondly, they must be disruptive. They must be able to change the status quo. And lastly, they must be inspirational. And I think we can all agree that Advocate Thuli Madonsela meets those requirements.
Advocate, tonight, obviously, you're delivering the speech. Many people looking to you to find out, what it is that makes your department and you so extraordinary. What are some of the things you're going to talk about and address in your talk?
Well, for once, I'll talk more about us as South Africans and less about the Protector South Africa. But of course, linking what we are as South Africans with what the Protector does. In preparation for this event, I came across a book that was given to me by the university here in Polokwane, the University of Limpopo. It's called Awesome South Africa, and it talks about how awesome we are in many areas of life, and it was done in 2010 and it's a good thing to look at it now in 2014 and see how we can continue to contribute to that awesomeness.
Yeah, yeah. Awesome South Africans, extraordinary South Africans.
Absolutely.
I'm loving these big words we're using this morning. Just on a final note, Advocate, what makes us awesome South Africans? What do we need to do as the public to be extraordinary, to be awesome?
Well, firstly, we gave hope to the world. We showed the world that, firstly, out of destruction, something beautiful could be created, that we could forgive. But above everything else, South Africans are resilient. And they are able to pull themselves up, and they're able to also act as a creative force and as a force for goodness in the world. I mean, we have our own weaknesses, but I would say that we have far more strengths than weaknesses.
All right. Advocate, good luck for this evening. Thank you for your time, and congratulations again on having this honour bestowed on you. Andile, couldn't have thought of a better choice. I think you've done well. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for this award ceremony, and thank you. Just get that message across. Whatever the Advocate says tonight, we need to hear about it. Can we follow you on Twitter, or
yes?
How do we get hold of you?
At Extraordinary SA,
okay.
That's small, I think, then before SA. And you can also hashtag Thuli Madonsela.
Are you talking underscore?
Yes,
underscore. So it's
yes.
extraordinary underscore SA. And that's the Twitter handle.
What is the Twitter handle? Thuli Madonsela.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
From 12 today until about 3 o'clock.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thanks very much for being with us. Advocate Thuli Madonsela, she's in our Polokwane studio. And, of course, in studio with me, the CEO of Litha Communications, Andile Ncontsha. They organise this particular event. All right.